Hey everyone, it's Brian here from B&D Crafts and More here on YouTube. Today I'm coming on to do my monthly YouTube hop with Cecilia over at Value Oak Paper here on YouTube. And this month is called Bounty of the Season. It is a fall themed card making hop. And today I'm going to show you how to make this card, which is a little short on the front, I know, and that's because I made it that way. But we have a tag here that we can, if you have it in the right place, you can tuck it under an element and just flip it open, and you have a card on the inside. A card front and a little place to write. You probably want to write on the left side on this one. So I'm going to show you how to make this real quick, so let's get started. And we're going to get started by using an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut in half at 5.5 inches. Like that. So we're going to get 2 out of this one. Actually, I did not cut that at 5.5 inches, apparently. Somehow I did not. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and cut that. Toss out that scrap. And we're going to cut 1 inch off of this 8.5 inch side. So it's going to be, instead of 8.5 by 5.5, it's going to be 7.5 by 5.5. So we're just going to go ahead and cut that off. We don't need that piece. We can throw it away. And we're going to go ahead and put up the trimmer and bring out the scoreboard, where we're going to go ahead and score at 3 1/4 inches. It could be argued you could score it at 4 1/4 if you want to, which you can, but, you know, I guess you could. But I'm just going to score it at 3 1/4 inches, so I don't have to flip it over or anything to get it on the right side. And there we go. We're going to fold and burnish. And that is our card base. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish that down a little bit. And next, what I want to do is cut out 2 tags. It can be any size you want, just as long as it's at least 1/2 inches wide going on the side. So from top to bottom, it's got to be at least 1/2 inches wide. I'll show you why it's got to be at least 1.5 inches. Because we're going to bring out the scoreboard again and score this at 1/2 inch on the bottom here, like so. And that's so we can, I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a second. We're going to go ahead and fold it down and burnish it. And we're going to cut 1/2 inch off of this. I believe it's 1/2 inch. It may just be 1/4 inch, but we're going to start with 1/4 inch. Actually, see how that works. See if that works. And yeah, so it's just 1/4 inch we got to cut off of the smaller one. Use 2 nesting dot tag dies, one size larger, and the other one is just the next size down. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment on here first, so I don't forget about it. And this is going to be from Mindless Crafting. I forget the name of the collection. It doesn't say on here, I don't think. But this is the collection I got here. This is from Mindless Crafting, like I said. It's an older one. It may be retired now, but if it is, I'm sorry, you know, can't buy it anymore. But we're going to go ahead and stamp this Hello Fall here onto this smaller tag. We're just going to go ahead and put it in the middle. There we go. Perfect enough. And we're going to go ahead and glue this down onto the larger tag. Let's see here. I want to get this just right. There we go. It's just right now. And I'm going to go ahead and try to find my paper towel and wipe off the excess glue like that. And now what I'm going to do is find the middle of this card here on the back inside part. And we're just going to put it down like this. We got to put this tag on first before we put our background paper on, because this background paper is going to hide this little tab here. So that's why I'm doing this first. So we're going to go ahead and just put it down like so. Right about there. Get it in there. Make sure it's sticking. We're going to burnish it down real well. There we go. So I'll show you now what it's going to start in the card there. And now what we want to do is go ahead and get a piece of whatever color you want. Yellow is what I'm using here. It needs to be 4.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall. And we're going to go ahead and put it on like so. And this is actually 4 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall. So that's why I'm going to put a little border on this left side so you can't see that space there. Just make sure that closes right, and it looks like it does. I'll move it just a little bit more to the left, possibly. Go ahead and close it up. See how it goes. It's going good. So we're going to put our little strip on here next after I get this down a little more. So with this strip, I'm just using a, let's see here. What am I using? Oh, I got the wrong piece here. Oh, no, I got the right one here, although it's too small. Let's see if I can find a larger piece here I can cut out. No. I think what I'm going to do is just going to put this on like so. I can't even use that. Too short. There we go. We're just going to use this here. I wanted a background piece on there and layer it with this, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. So we're just going to do like this. Close it up, see if it still works. Yes, it does. So now we're going to move on to our front of the card, where I have a mat here that is 1/4 inch shorter on both sides. So that means it's going to be 3 inches by 5.25 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Remember, 3 inches by 5.25, because this is 5.5 by 3.25. Want it be a 1/4 inch smaller and have about 1/8 of an inch on all 4 sides. There we go. I think I got it. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on here. It's like a little wood grain texture. I'll put it right here. And this is 2 3/4 inches wide by 5 inches tall. So another 1/4 of an inch smaller than the previous piece. There we go. And now what I did next was cut out 3 oval shapes. And this is going to be the parts that make the pumpkin. So before I glue them together, I want to go ahead and distress them with some distress ink and a blending brush. And I'm using Distress Ink Vintage Photo for this one by Ranger. It's Tim Holtz. So I'm going to go ahead and get the first one and dab some on. I'm just going to flick it just a little bit, like so. We want just a little bit on there, not too little, but not too much either. We just want to give a little accent of aging. And you can also do this with 5 ovals if you want to. If you want to make them smaller, make a more fuller pumpkin if you wanted to. But I'm not going to do that today. Going to go ahead and do this to the second one. Two done. And now for the final one. Hope y'all can see how I'm doing this. There we go. That's done. Gonna set that aside. Now we're gonna go ahead and glue 2 of them together like so. Have them like match up right about there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of glue on this end here. And we're gonna burnish it down some. Just a little bit, not too much, just enough for it to be able to stick and stay in place. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab me some, if I can find it, oh yes, double-sided tape. This is mounting tape, basically. This comes in a roll. You can find Dollar Tree, find it pretty much anywhere. Gonna put a piece on here. You're gonna put another piece on the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this little tiny sliver off so you won't see it. There we go. Burnish that down a little bit so it'll stick. Want to take it off. Take the backing off. And we're going to put this just a little further down than the other one. Than the other one. So there we go. It's almost done, y'all. Want to get that little tiny bit of tape off of there. It bugs me when you can see it. So for the final touch, we're going to go ahead and take a strip here of brown, craft brown cardstock. Maybe cut about 1/2 inch or so. And this is like 1/2 inch by 1 inch strip maybe. We're going to go ahead and cut it at an angle here. Miter it. I'm going to go ahead and get this on here. That's not sticking right. There we go. almost done, y'all. Now we're going to go ahead and put it up like this, and I probably should have centered it a lot better. It's too late now. So we're just going to leave it like this. I'm going to make it to where I can tuck this tag. Hopefully tuck. No, I can't because of the tape. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this glue down. Like so. I don't know if anybody's ever made a card like this before or not. I thought of this last year, so here you go. It's finished product here. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a nice comment if you want. And if you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe to this channel and all the others along Hop. Go ahead and hop the rest of the way as well. Hop list is in the description box below this video. And I hope to see y'all again real soon. Bye.